Adi Kavi Pampa, born in the 9th century, he died in the 10th century. Adi Kavi Pampa said the world is full of good people. If you can't find one, be one. Pampa called by the honorific Adi Kavi was a Kannada Jain poet whose works reflected his philosophical beliefs. Mahakavi Pampa was a court poet of the Chalukya king Arikesari III, who was a feudatory of the Rashtrakuta dynasty King Krishna III. Pampa is best known for his epics Vikramarjuna, Vijaya or Pamba Bharata and the Adi Purana, both written in the Champu style. Adi Kavi, Mahakavi Pampa said the world is full of good people. If you can't find one, be one. That's what Mahatma Gandhi said. You be the change for the change you asked for. If you cannot find anything good in others, why don't you change? Why don't you be one? The world is full of good people. Yes. Body. The world means you can look into your body. This body is a world. If this body is not the world, why did Ganesha go around Shiva and Parvati when Subramanian Ganesha was asked to go around the world? Subramanian took the peacock and went around, and Ganesha went around his father and mother 3 times. Then the world, the body itself is a world. You can find everything in this body. Because you went unconscious, all that glitters is that gold, you got carried away by that. You forgot. And this body becomes dull, this body becomes weak, this body started stinking. Because you didn't do anything to this body. The world is full of good people. This whole world is good of good people. 2 legs with 5 fingers. The calf muscles, the ankles, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the buttocks, the sex organs, the stomach, the spinal column, the shoulders, the arms, elbows, the wrists, the fingers, the palm, the neck, the jaw, chin, nose, eyes, eyebrows, and the forehead, and the internal organs. Such a beautiful world. If you cannot find one, you cannot find all this as one, it is working as one. God has made it as one. That was what Adi Kavi is trying to explain. The world is full of good people, good people. If you cannot find one, you cannot make them as one. It is telling you, consciously it is doing everything one. It is not fighting. The right hand never fight with the left. The right leg neither fight with the right. Right or the left doesn't fight. Both the eyes works of its own altogether. You can feel the world. If you can make this feel one, the others is also one. The world is full of good people. If you cannot find one, be one. One time one journalist went and asked Swami Chinmayanandaji, Swami Chinmayanandaji, look at the Hindu saints. So much of controversy. Some are talking nonsense, some are into sex, some into molest, some into this, some into that. The newspapers and the TVs are spreading so much bad about so many Swamijis. Why can't you people sit together and make it all as one so that everybody talks one language? Swamijis, what is your version about so and so Swamiji? And Chinmayanandaji said, look, for a child to teach, when the child is in the nursery, you need nursery teachers, and the nursery teachers have got a qualification for nursery and a kind of a tactic and technique to teach the nursery child. A primary teacher will have his own qualification. She or he teaches that primary children. And high school teacher, same for the PUC and for the degree and for the engineering and for the medical and for the doctorate. There are different varieties of teachers and lecturers. You go and listen to the primary nursery teacher and said the nursery teacher is stupid. She cannot be called a teacher because she is different from the high school teacher. The high school teacher is teaching something different. What Swamiji was trying to tell is, look, Each people has got their own version. What suits you is very important. If your mind suits the nursery teacher's topics, go to that Swamiji, go to that philosopher, go to that saint. If your intelligence is much bigger than the nursery teacher, then go to the high school or to the college. That is different. Why should you find fault? If you keep finding fault, you have to correct yourself. You are the wrong, not the other people. You point a finger, others, 3 fingers are pointing back at you. That is one part of the story. Another part is, if you are being a Hindu, if you start talking that Swamijis are wrong, that means that another one group is trying to infiltrate you and trying to make you tell that your Swamijis, your philosophers, your saints are bad. If you also start talking that your saint is bad, then you are also bad. If you cannot correct them, you be good. If they are bad, according to your thinking, then why don't you become good? That was what Chinmayanandi was trying to explain. Adika, the Mahakavi, Pampa said the world is full of good people. Good only I can see. Instead of staying in that pigeonhole flat in the city, full of dirt. It's very difficult to find a good over there. It is confusing. If you have your own land, look, the world is full of good people. Land is full of good people. The earth itself is so beautiful. You can pedicure and manicure the land, and you can see when the rainwater falls, the water knows to which direction it goes, and it goes exactly to the pond or to the well or to the borewell recharging pit or to the trenches, and the groundwater is recharged, the borewell is recharged, and the surrounding land is also recharged when the groundwater is recharged. It's so beautiful. The sunlight comes every day. Sun comes every day. Is it not a good people? You think you want to divide that and you can't find anything good in the sunlight? Did the sun ever say that he couldn't find any good people because you did not utilize the sunlight and convert it into solar? Instead you went to the electricity board like a beggar and started begging, and those people sent you a bill. The rain comes once in a while, and it is your duty to make sure when Aditi comes, Aditi Devo, when it comes, nobody tells you. When it comes, you have to be prepared so that it can stay in your pond. Enough water. 1 year collected rainwater, you can use it for 3 years. Good people only. Wind will come. When it comes, use the wind energy. That is enough. And then the land is full of fruits and vegetables. In one vegetable you can find, it takes around 2 months, 3 months. You can find thousands of seeds. If you are going to plant all the things, how much fruits you get, how much vegetables you get, how much medicine plants you get it. You can use that seed, you can put it in proper cow, you can sell it to others, give it to others. God is good. Earth is proud. Enough for man's name, but not for his greed. His greed is, he became unconscious. The world is full of good people. You can't find one. You cannot find anything good in your land. You left this land. You ran to another person's land in front of the TV, in front of the mobile, non-stop. Save first, then you spend. Yes, the world is full of good people. The girl marries and goes to the husband's house, full of good people. If you can't find one, why can't you be one? When you become good in that house, you can get all the people converted. Your hard labor makes them melt with you. That is what the world is full of good people. You can't find one, can't find one. Why are you moving with the other team? That is the connecting link. Why can't you go with the other team? The film directors and producers can make one which can talk about the rainwater. Not a single film I've seen which talks about rainwater harvesting. Solar wind energy. Look at the rainwater. It comes and when you utilize it, you can utilize so much of water into the grey water harvesting, into black water harvesting, drip irrigation. My God, it is never ending. The world is full of good people. If you can't find one, be one. You go to another house, make one. All that is one. Make one into your hard labor, into your love. Open your heart full. And then in that, You find good people. When you find that whole is one, then the joint family becomes one. The family becomes very strong. You and the nature becomes one. The world is full of good people. Mahakavi Pampa said, if you can't find one, be one. This is my 115th short discourse.